audience and some of the vendors some questions them. And I asked them any questions that I want to. So we get to learn different things about our vendors, okay? And I do this because most of our vendors have a story, and some of our participants have a story. And these are stories that you would never know unless I drag them on stage to ask them. So this is the intimate part of the festival where we get to know each other. And there are still some other vendors out there that probably don't want to come on stage, but I will pull them. One of them is Tina, and I will end up dragging her onto the stage.
Yes!
So, you guys can have a seat for now. And I'm going to allow Jay and our sponsors to speak. But first, I just have to make sure that I mention everyone's name. You know, this event, and I'm going to be really honest with you because that's all I can be, okay? This is really an American-minded event, okay? It is totally American-minded. And obviously, you can see from the numbers that Dubai is not quite there yet, okay? But I want you, literally here now, to understand that what has been done is the finest teachers, the finest teachers on planet Earth have been brought here, assimilated in an elegant setting for you. And this is a highly American-minded venture. No one else would even bother to do this. They would have yoga for free in the park. Nothing wrong with that, that's great. But this is an elevated event. This is an event where you are here to enjoy the setting, to have your soul aligned with the finest things in life. There's no reason to be a yogi and poor. Who can you help? How can you walk into an ashram and donate something if you don't have the mind to elevate yourself and align with what you want? If we have the power, if we have the power to do these things that we do inside of our mind, body, and spirit, and we want to do good in the world, we need cash. We need cash to do something. I'm trying to build a treehouse for 5 poor artists. It's only going to cost $25,000. That's a small amount. What did the Burj cost? What did Khalifa cost? $25,000 is a nickel, maybe not even a nickel. So as yogis, I'm trying to bring something to us in an elevated setting so that we can become a force and we can actually do something to make a difference in the world, in our schools, in our communities, in our households, in the hospitals, everywhere. So that's what this is about, and I only wanted to take 5 minutes so that you understand where I'm coming from, okay? So small or not small, soon the rest of Dubai will begin to understand that this is something special. And those who don't understand will be left behind. It's as simple as that. It's not meant for everyone, okay? But I thank you for being here. All of the vendors who are here, many of these vendors have been with me for 3 years. I have a separate festival in Abu Dhabi. Many of them have been with me in Abu Dhabi. And just so you guys hear me, I want to thank all the vendors because they're the ones that help support the event. And I ask you please to give them a hand of applause. Thank you so much. And of course, we wouldn't be here, period, if it were not for Joy News Network.
Woo-hoo!
Please give them. And now I will turn it over to them for the keynote speech.
The first thing that I'd love to do is to thank Angela Pashan for leading the creation of this magnificent event. I've been lucky to have been invited in here 3 years ago when Angela knew of our ideas, Joe's and my ideas. You'll hear more from Joe's about the creation of Joy News Network. She says, sitting in San Francisco over coffee in my apartment, which I was there for 1 month visiting from Asia. You guys need to be at my event to make your first public speech. So we did 3 years ago, and we've been honored to be a sponsor up to now. So I want to thank Angela from my heart. And I want to thank all of you for gathering from various places in the world. You know, you're here by choice, free will. You've got lots of things you could be doing. We chose to be here and be together. So I'm honored to be with you. I want to thank you right now for being together. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my story to connect a little deeper with you. My name is Mark Tarpinian, and I started part of this path by pursuing a chemical engineering degree at MIT back in 1984, so a few moons ago. And after receiving a degree, I spent 20 years serving in the semiconductor manufacturing equipment sales industry for clients in the United States and in Europe. And then the last part of that in the optical networking hardware sales sector. So the tech sector based out of Silicon Valley in California, serving customers in the US and Europe. And then something grew inside of me about 8 or 9 years ago. That was all wonderful, I appreciated it, great life, living in California, lots of love, health, financially doing well. Yet something inside was growing, okay, what do I want to contribute to the world that's truly from my heart? I didn't have the answer to that, yet I knew that I didn't need to make my next decision based on anything that I had done in the past. I didn't need to look at the weight to decide where I was going to go next. So I just decided to sell my house, sell my car, sell my furniture, and over a few weeks, and which turned into about 3 months, I made a decision to move to Asia, and I chose Shanghai, teaching business English. I didn't know where that would lead me to, but for personal growth, living in Asia, in Indonesia, I thought, I'm going to grow, it's going to be interesting and exciting. And a year after being in Shanghai teaching business English, I met Joe. There was a yoga studio that opened near my apartment in Shanghai. And I had never really done yoga outside of a couple of beginner classes in Northern California before that. Yet something deep inside me said, I want to do this, it's going to be great. So when the yoga studio opened, Joe's was one of a number of new teachers, and I connected with him immediately in his teaching style. And I did 6 months of intensive studio work with Joe's, and we became friends. And through the course of the next year, we were so aligned in what we were thinking about for global service work that one day he was speaking to me, and it's like he was reading off a script that I had a document prepared for. That was kind of the outline for Join News Network. So I said, time out, let's look at this together. I think we're meant to do this work globally. And that's how Join News Network was conceived of in 2007. 3 years ago or 4 years ago, we registered a company in Hong Kong, so it's a formal corporation. And last year we began our first website with positive thinking information. So the purpose of Join News Network is to ignite personal growth in you. To ignite personal growth in you. And by growing together, create positive change in our world. And that's what really Angela's talking about with this event that she's created. So we guide you to think better and to feel better. Through an online Joy Study Center, through live international events like this one that we're gathered at, through global corporate consulting, and through joy-powered products that will be coming soon. So being your self-help, positive thinking information source, Join News Network serves you creating brand new you. You create brand new you. And I'd like to hand off to Joe to introduce himself, and I'll speak to you more.
It's a real honor to be here at this moment. And I think one person who reason to be, why we are all here is Angela. And so I thank Angela for this wonderful opportunity presented to us to be here as a wonderful community, sharing joy and happiness. And I feel it's, everything that I've done all my life has led me to be here at this moment. I totally say that. And the most appropriate thing to do to respond to this moment is to celebrate fully, no matter what it is. And so, in that celebration mode is what I feel now. The celebration with fullness, with joy and abundance. That is, you see around and so within us. To speak of myself, actually, my name is Jose Shibu, coming from, originally from Kerala, South India. And it was my, unfortunate to be born there, to feel the abundance of that place itself. And so feeling that abundance, I think maybe 10 years, more than 10 years back, I moved to Shanghai, teaching yoga there. And that's where I met Marcus people. And we co-created our service together. First and foremost, I feel that within myself in every moment of my life is abundance of joy. And so I feel it's my responsibility to share that one to each and everyone that I meet. So we choose this one as a great path to share that one. And so Angela giving us this opportunity to share that. And thank you. So we'll continue with the art and discussion and then we'll end up that.
Thanks, so this is an honor also to be invited to speak in a keynote sense to this Dubai Yoga Music Festival. And the topic that Angela chose from a list of topics to join his network is creating his workshops. The topic is follow your heart using your mind. So follow your heart using your mind. So let's imagine together, what does that mean? Why is it important? And how does it relate to yoga? So if you think of the heart and mind and our whole body, one analogy that I think is powerful is a car, a vehicle. The entire system is a vehicle. When you get in your car doesn't know where you're going. You need to give it some direction. The car doesn't have fuel in it automatically, you give it some fuel. So if we think about the mind and the heart as part of that system, we can imagine the mind being the engine of the vehicle, and the heart being the fuel and the guidance system, giving directions. So in that meaning, why is that important? We suggest through Josie, myself, and Joey's network work that living your and our life from a heart-based life creation perspective is going to produce the greatest life results for you. So what does that mean? It means it's going to align with your deepest desires in creating what you want to create. It means you're going to feel more joy, more moments through that journey. Imagine yourself pursuing a path where You're not driving the car from your heart. Or you feel you're driving it from your mind, but from your thoughts, it's because somebody you're close to thinks you should do something. Completely different energy. Even if you get to that point somebody thought you should get to, it's not in line with who you are. You can get there. How much, I ask, will you enjoy it when you get there? How much do you enjoy the process of getting there? And we can choose to take directions from our heart. Yet our mind is powerful, it's a powerful engine. So we want to employ it. We want to employ it. So if I ask you all too, if I was to ask you, on your body, can anybody point to who you are? Just on your body. So fantastic. Everybody in agreement with that? There's no right or wrong. That's certainly where I would point. So you could say the heart, you could say the solar plexus. This is our emotion center. This is our feeling center. And if I was to say, where do you feel your thoughts? It may sound obvious, but where would you point? Where do you feel your thoughts? Here. Mostly here. So how this relates to yoga is, for me, getting engaged in yoga put me in deeper and deeper touch with my body and feeling my body. And ultimately feeling my feelings. Yoga is a wonderful tool for that, as you all know better than me. I continue to be a student, yet through the yoga journey and the yoga path, I continue to feel who I am more and more. And I made a conscious decision that I want to drive my life from my heart. If they don't agree, my mind and heart, it's clear to me this rules. This is what I follow, and I alter the mind. I choose better feeling thoughts, which Joseph will speak about more. So that's how it relates to yoga for me. And one other personal story to share is that once I began my yoga journey through reading Joe's, I did this is about in 2006, so 8 years ago. I started intensive studio work. I loved it from the beginning. 5 to 6 classes a week, which may sound like nothing for all of you, but I kept at it for 6 months. All kinds of variations, classes from different instructors, mainly Joe's. And then I decided to leave the studio and practice at home. And Joe's was the one who guided me and said, Mark, you're going to expand and grow and feel entirely different things in your home practice. You're going to tune into yourself. You'll be choosing the poses. You'll be choosing how long you stay in those poses. And so many aspects did come through where I started to feel myself. And I still love studio work. And I alternate between the two, being based in Taipei, Taiwan now. So with that, and with the guidance from Joe's, I'll hand it off further. But that was, yoga is and was a huge tool for connecting to my heart and feeling my body and making decisions from that standpoint for my life.
Thank you, Mark. So I'm not taking too much time. Just want to conclude this practice of engagement totally with this moment. We are all here physically, that's for sure. And to connect with this moment totally, what prevents you? It's mostly your thoughts, one element. You may think something else being here. So there is this total connection you can experience at this moment when you're aligned, physically, mentally, emotionally, and as well as intellectually. So guiding through these practices, I just want to guide you to this living from our heart. How do you do that? Setting an intention, actually, being true to yourself. First thing. I want to live from my heart, setting an intention of living from my heart. No matter what it is, no matter what challenges going to happen, I'm going to be true to myself. And so we have yesterday some discussions also. When you are setting that tone of truth to yourself, your energy is aligned totally. And you can connect with the source energy perfectly. Because there is no deviation of energy. There is no diversion because you're here, and that is being means you're rooted in yourself. And so there is a simple practice that I want to guide you at this moment is just sit straight and place your right hand or your left hand with your left just on your chest, your heart. Actually. And gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath and breathe out. And start breathing for a while so that you can really feel the heartbeat. And feel that the breath is going into your heart with a fresh energy, with fresh vibration, new energy. And ask yourself, how do I want to feel this moment? How do I feel this moment, and how do I want to feel this moment? Setting that intention to drive your energy. Now you can gently open your eyes. Thank you. And this is where I will just request you to practice of your own. When you begin a day, ask yourself, how do I feel now? And how do I want to feel this day? That will guide you and set the energy tone for your day. Thank you.
Thank you. And just a concluding statement. When Joseph guided us through this heart meditation, what you'll find with Join News Network we created is that the logo embodies that from the roots. What I conceived of when I kept asking myself when I worked together, what is it that we love to convey as a message to the world? The image of a heart with a tree growing from it, and several other hearts being the leaves that sprout from it, came through me clearly. So that's what you'll see as our logo. The heart represents the root of the center, as we've spoken about, that we suggest is going to guide you and us into our greatest joy in more moments, into our most powerful creations. The growth through the tree represents the expansion within ourselves first, and then the positive change for the world, connecting to all the other hearts as we're connecting with each other at this event. So the logo really speaks to that, and you can see that as well as a menu of suggestions on heart-based life creation and how to feel better now, practical suggestions at our website, which is joinnewsnetwork.com. So welcome there. And also, if you'd like, we have a free email newsletter you can subscribe to for updates. So welcome there, and love to stay in touch as we grow together. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Okay. So I have two mics here. Let me get rid of one. I don't break anything. Okay, so we're going to lighten up with some silly questions and some meaningful questions as well. Everybody can hear me pretty well with this thing, right? Let's see. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm just looking at because I'm going to grab somebody else from the audience. These are questions that require, anybody who's in the hot seat, requires a fast answer. Okay? And it's for two reasons. One, because I'm practical, and I know that at 3 o'clock we have session